Hey, welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday News Show. I am back.
Hugo's back.
Trace has finished her run.
Yes, so I'm back to climbing.
And there's plenty of news.
There is plenty of news. Where shall we start? In Munich with the European Championships.
Why not?
Let's start off with the lead. In the women's field, Janja dominated in all the rounds. But in her collection of gold medals, she was still missing the European champs. Nevertheless, in the finals, she climbed and dynoed to the top, missing the last hold and took one hell of a victory whip. Jessie Pills took silver and French climber Manon Hilly got the bronze. The lead men's final was so exciting to watch, with crowd favorites of Alex Megas and Yannick Floer in the mix. After a turbulent World Cup season, we finally saw Alberto Gines Lopez on the podium again, getting bronze. 20-year-old Luka Potokar and Adam Ondra tied with the same score of 37+, however, due to countback, Adam Ondra won. As for the boulder round, we saw for the first time the new scoring system. The men's round was tense, and with similar results, Nikolai Uznik rose to the occasion with less attempts, and he was crowned European boulder champion, followed by Sam Avizu and Adam Ondra. In the women's boulder round, the problems were tricky and showed that experience, agility, and precision are all essential traits to get on the podium. Oriane Berton climbed her usual, fun style and managed to get bronze. Anna Moyle snatched a silver medal, and Janja Gamret came out on the final boulder, not even needing a zone, but she still went for it and pleased the crowd. Another gold for Janja. It's time for the speed, and the women's final was a Polish affair, with 4 women racing for the podium. Natalia Kaluchka got the bronze medal. Her sister Alexandra Kaluchka got silver in the race against Alexandra Miroslav, who kept her European Championship title. As for the men, Spaniard Eric Noya was up against French climber Guillaume Moro, and with a blistering time of 5.551, Moro took bronze. Marcin Zensky had to settle for silver in the race against Daniel Boldyrev from the Ukraine, who was just ready to claim this European Championship gold. And here we go to our correspondent in Munich, Matt Groom.
Hello guys, hope you're good and having fun back in Chamonix. Now, you already know who won and lost, so I'm just going to go through a couple of other things in this roundup. First of all, I've got a chat about climbing being part of this Munich European Champs multi-sport event. The whole city, it's so atmospheric. All these sports going on at the same time and climbing where it belongs in the big leagues. Apologies if it's a bit loud, there's some beach volleyball going on over there. So let's talk about, first of all, the men's bouldering. Nikolai Uznik, we saw him getting treatment on his arm and it turned out to be cramp in both arms. So awesome from him to push through the pain and win that gold medal. Janja Gamret, what else can you say? She's such a legend. Is it boring watching her win time and time again? No, we are witnessing the best who's ever been, and it's a masterclass from her. And of course, she took victory on the lead. And the lead wall itself, well, there it is behind me. Some people saying it's almost too overhanging. It's literally all roof. And some athletes have been saying it's a bit much. Tell me what you think down below. And of course, Adam Ondra pushing through to win again. He's missed the championship, surely. Now, there has been a bit of sickness kicking around. Yenya Kazbekova, she was sick up till midnight before her finals. And Hamish MacArthur from Team GB had to pull out of his semi-finals due to sickness. Where did it come from? Apparently maybe a dodgy bagel in the athletes area, but I'll leave that up to the gossip columns. Now the speed, well, that was the most attended event here in the stadium in terms of people watching. It was absolutely packed. Alexandra Miroslav came back from, well, nowhere to take victory. She was behind and really fought through to win that one. And Daniel Boldyrev from Ukraine, oh, I got emotional on the broadcast. I genuinely did. When he climbed back up to the top of the tower to celebrate, considering everything that's going on in Ukraine, it was a really, really special moment and one that I will remember for a long time. The lead and the boulder is taking place at the end of the week. Only 8 athletes have made it through, men and women. So I'll bring you updates on that when it takes place. See you soon, guys.
Thanks, Matt. It looks like it's an awesome event to be at. Like, so many sports, so many things going on, beautiful venues.
Amazing.
Amazing, amazing. But we have the boulder and lead combined finals today on Wednesday and tomorrow for the men. So it's predictions time.
Okay.
let's start off with women. Your top three. Who's it gonna be?
Top three women. I think Jessica Pilcher is going to come in third place. I think that Janja Garnbret is going to come in second place. And I think Hannah Mule is going to win.
You go.
I've got a feeling she's hot. It's the home crowd. She's in Munich. She's been coming. She's been getting better and better.
Okay.
Janja might be struck by a little bit of food sickness.
Fatigueness of winning.
Food sickness.
What, food sickness? Oh,
yeah,
right,
like
right.
the one that Matt mentioned then. So,
true.
You know, I'm waging my bets.
She better be her.
What about you? What do you think?
She better has her own chef. I can be your chef. For the women, just in third place, I put Camilla Moroni.
Why not?
We haven't seen her on the podium yet, and
That's
why
true.
not? And then Mia Krampel, also, you know, we haven't seen her yet on the podium, so I want her up there. And I'm not gonna jinx it for first place.
Is this who you want to, who you think's going to win?
Who I want? I don't know. It's a mix. I just was trying to do something different. But yes, I'm not gonna mention first place because I don't want to jinx it.
Okay. So
there we go for the women.
So
and for the men,
you basically Jan's going to win.
I didn't say that. You gonna say that? Knock on everything.
All right, men. For men, I think that it's going to be quite a French affair. I think Sam Avezou is going to come in third place. I think that Adam Ondra is going to come in second place, and I think that Mehdi Schalk is going to win.
He's gonna win.
Yeah, he's going to win.
He's just gonna go
like,
win.
I think he's just like he's got nothing to he's got nothing to lose. He's there, but like I think he's just going to blast it.
Okay.
I think I've seen something in him, and I think he's going to win.
So I think Mehdi is gonna win the bouldering round.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to do too well in the lead, so I think he's gonna get third place.
Okay.
And then second place to Jakob Schubert, because we know him. He's an all-around climber. He's just good at everything.
It's amazing he's still climbing at 41. Incredible.
That's so mean. He's not. He's like in his 30s.
I know.
Right? How old is Jakob Schubert? Anyway, and then redemption time for Adam Ondra. I think he's gonna get it.
Redemption
Time from the Olympics.
Redemption? From the Olympics.
From
okay,
the
fine.
Olympics.
All
yes,
right.
from the combined format of like combined format number 1 and combined format number 2. I feel he'll get redeemed. Is
Okay.
that the proper tense? Yes.
That is redeemed. Redeemable.
Redeemable.
Cool.
Let's move on to some other news.
Okay, Alpine news.
Alpine news.
Let's do some Alpine news. A team of Hungarian alpinists, Laszlo Saz, Benc Kerekes, Marton Nagy and Viktor Agoston, made the first ascent of Bondi Peak in Pakistan as reported by Planet Mountain. The expedition was funded by the Hungarian Mountaineering and Sport Climbing Federation and aimed to make first ascents in the remote and partly unexplored region of the Hush and Nangma valleys in Pakistan. Between the 17th and the 20th of July, the team made their attempt on the mountain, establishing Camp 1 through to Camp 3, and on the 20th they summited in beautiful but hot weather. They eventually reached their tents at 2 AM after 23 hours of climbing. According to the Hungarian team's GPS measurement, the summit of Bundit Peak is 5,980 meters high, which they reached via the northeast ridge. The difficulties are 1,500 meters, 80 degrees, water ice 4, TD. It's a climb mainly on snow and ice. Elsewhere in the Himalayas, if you've been hiding under a rock for the last couple of months, you might not have heard about Christine Harala, a Norwegian mountaineer who is attempting to beat the current record of climbing the 14 highest peaks in the world in one Himalayan season. She's currently back in Norway after her first phase of the attempt. The last ascent of her first phase was Gasherbrum 1, meaning she has now completed 11 of the peaks, and after a short stint in Norway, she will return to Nepal and Tibet to complete the 14 peaks and try to break the current record held by Nims Purja, which is 6 months and 6 days.
Down in the Peruvian Andes, as reported on climbing.com, Josh Wharton and Vince Anderson have freed one of Peru's hardest alpine routes by completing the first integral ascent and first free ascent of the Italian route Suerte on Girishanka, a 6,125 meter high mountain in the Peruvian Andes. Calling it Italian Integral, it's 39 pitches long and took them a whole day to descend. With difficulties up to 513A, water ice 6, M7, In 2019, they turned away 4 pitches from the summit, but this time they claimed it all with a 3-day Alpine style push. Mr. Wharton said that the coolest thing about this route is that it's hard. Technical climbing in every genre. You need a full package of skills to free climb the whole route. Christina, out there, almost breaking records.
Yeah, so she's probably got till towards the end of October to complete the last 3, and she would have broken Nim's record.
So exciting.
Which is pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
There is a bit of a kickback on social media I've seen about this, about like, we in this state of kind of the climate change and stuff like that, and the world heating up. We shouldn't be like celebrating these people going to like really far away and like climbing in the Himalayas and stuff like that. I kind of get the point of that, and it's a tricky one to kind of balance. I think that basically, I don't know, there's not a basic answer to it. Basically, like there is arguments against her doing it because she's like putting lots of carbon in the air by flying all the way over there. But then somebody did point out the thing is like, what's more effective? One person not going and doing this, or is it good that she goes and maybe takes a picture of the glacier showing how much it's retreated and like exposing these kind of things? And also somebody else pointed out was that she's been quite efficient. She's climbing all these peaks just in one trip, which I thought was kind of quite an interesting point. But I think it's worth highlighting that it is kind of like something that we're always trying to balance, I guess.
Yeah, our carbon
expeditions,
footprint.
Footprint and stuff like that. There's obviously a lot of other people doing worse stuff, but it's in the individual acts that we can kind of like create change.
How to balance out our carbon footprint. Maybe she's vegan and we don't know about it, and like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty good start.
What's next?
Next up, we have some bouldering news. Will Bosey dropped a video on his YouTube channel and announced his first ascent of Honey Badger, proposing grade of 8C+. He calls this his hardest boulder ever, with 22 moves and a very scary top out. This year, he's taking a break from comps before the Olympic qualifications next year. US climber Katie Lamb is down in Rocklands, and the Underground Crusher is on ascending streak, as usual. She has done her 5th 8B+ book club. During the last month, she also sent Ubuntu, an 8B, downgrading it to 8A+, and other 2 8As.
Elsewhere in Canada, Ontario climber Lucas Yoshida has made the 4th ascent of the hardest boulder in Squamish, the Singularity, an 8B+ Nali Hukataivel problem.
Why is that boulder so important?
It's the hardest boulder in Squamish.
And it was in the YouTube comment last week. But thank you guys for pointing out these news stories that, yes, we've missed and that we looked in this week.
Sloppy Froppy. Shout out for you.
Is that the comment?
That's the comment name.
Okay.
The comment was so good that it jumped out the YouTube comment section into the news section.
Yes.
So, Sloppy Froppy.
Thank you.
Good work, son.
Thank you.
What's next?
9A Roundup? Is that it for the news? Yes, we're going to the 9A Roundup.
Let's do that.
As reported on 8A.nu, Wojciech Trojan has climbed La Cadre Nouvelle Version, a 9A in Seus. Also in France, 17-year-old Victor Guillerim climbed Motska, a 9A in Pix-en-Loup. He just needed 4 sessions to take down the 50-meter line. With 1 hour and 15 minutes of approach, we gotta say it's a very impressive and quick ascent.
19-year-old Yanis Gautier climbed La Moustache qui Fâche in Entraigueuse for his first 9A+ after putting in 2 years of work. Jonathan Segrist has made the first repeat of Joe Kinder's Kinder Cakes 9A+ in Rifle, Colorado. And to quote J-Star, respect to JK, this one is brutal.
I brutally butchered those names.
You really did.
Yeah, oops.
But so did I probably as well. So
My
okay.
R's. In French, the cadre...
Cadre Nouvelle.
Cadre Nouvelle.
It's all about
yeah, oops.
That sounds. Don't worry about
Pardon.
it. I probably... Although, you do have, in that one, Wojciech Trojan is got to be my favourite name of a climber. He's been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah, he has.
He's great. I like him. Right, well, that's it for 9A+ Roundup. 9B counter. Okay, so you guys, look at, I'm impressed.
You're impressed, aren't you?
Since I've been away, look at this. There's
Thanks
an
for
IB counter again. Is that because somebody wrote it in the comments? Some
Maybe.
legend.
Or we're getting a bonus because we actually put it together.
Well done.
No,
have we got anything new this week?
We don't, no. I mean, back in the days, well, Bosie would have gotten some points for that 8C+, but it's not a route. It's a boulder. Could have been a route, but it's not.
We're done. Oh, somebody's messaging me. That must mean it's the end of the 9B counter.
Shop stuff.
Shop stuff. Let's do shop stuff.
Let's do shop stuff.
We have got a brand new big restock of Black Diamond gear in the EpicTV Shop. Now, this is big, right?
Yes, because we like Black Diamond gear, and they make kind of everything from clothing to equipment to backpacks, gear.
That is good. That's good.
It's like
Very
Black
good.
Diamond has everything you need.
What I'm going to point out, though, isn't something that necessarily is in part of that restock, but it's at an amazing price. 46% off, Pipe Dream 45. Can you describe it to me in like 2 sentences? A sentence.
It's the one with the crash pad, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like a crash pad rucksack.
Adam Andra used to use it, and it's in the Silence video. So what else do you need?
There you go. It's
Like-
basically half price.
And it's half price, and it's red and not blue anymore. So if you need a very big backpack that can double up as everything, get the Pipe Dream.
It's the Pipe Dream.
Isn't it like a pipe dream, a dream really far down the line?
Pipe Dream, that's my pipe. Yeah, exactly. That's like what I really, really want to do.
What's your pipe dream?
To retire.
Okay.
What about you? What's your pipe dream?
To climb some stuff and stay on topic.
Okay, media. Should we talk about media?
Yes, and EpicTV has a really cool movie.
Yes. So last week you guys didn't mention it because it wasn't quite ready, but here's a little clip basically of this film. It's about the climber who's made the youngest ascent of a 9A.
A livello fisico non è particolarmente forte. A livello tecnico ha tante lacune da colmare, no? Ha tante carenze. Questo cosa significa? Significa che il suo margine di miglioramento è pazzesco.
Forse a volte sbaglio un pochino e dovrei fare un attimino più il papà, un pedino più severo. Forse sono a volte un po' troppo condiscendente. Mi metto nei suoi panni, mi sembra difficilissimo quello che sta facendo, quasi patisco. Invece no, in realtà lui è sul pezzo.
Okay, so that is Gianluca Vighetti. Vighetti? You don't pronounce the G.
Vighetti.
Vighetti.
It's
I never quite can
GH.
tell. Like in the northern Italy, they're all some are like German speaking, some are Italian speaking.
Yeah, but this is
It is Italian part, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
He's Italian.
But yeah, super beautiful movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching it.
Even my non-climbing friends said that they watched the whole thing.
Actually,
That is,
Damn.
for me, is a sign of a good, well-made film.
that is a sign.
Yeah.
When you don't oblige your friends to watch climbing movies, that's
That's a good sign.
it's a good sign. It is. And then on Climbing Daily this week, we have, well, the second part of Jim Pope and Hamish trying routes up at the Midi.
Yeah.
But this time, Hamish does something pretty special.
Yeah.
So here's a clip.
You're still going for the food. I'll put a drawer in the chains and then just see where it goes.
Digital crack is, surprisingly, not a crack. It follows a groove up the Grand Gendarmeron, with bridging moves and tiny crimps.
I believe that Amish actually is the first person to flash or on-site digital crack. Matt doesn't think so, because with the amount of climbers that have climbed that route, you know, there should be someone in the mix that probably has flashed or on-sited before.
Okay.
But the internet
says no.
says apparently not.
Okay.
So Hamish might be the first person. If you know somebody out there that has flash or on-sited digital, put it in the comments. But I really don't think there's
It'll definitely
anybody.
be a comment of the week next week if it.
You're totally wrong. Or record. But that's it for EpicTV Medias. It's time for comment of the week.
Have you been singing or have you been...
Well, let's sing a proper happy birthday to Flo, because he's our editor that edits all of this rambling.
Are we going to do the full version, happy birthday?
Well, he can cut it down if he doesn't like it.
Happy birthday to you.
How about new?
Okay, my one. Oh, no, you go for yours first.
No, I lost mine.
5 minutes later.
Is it naked when you wear shoes and harness? That's from Schlupp von Grunenstern.
Yes. Because he needs a harness to tie in, or else he cannot climb the route.
But what about a naked free solo? Surely that's the purest form of being
Oh,
naked.
we do have a video like that on Epic TV. I thought it was a bit unnecessary though.
A lot of bullsack.
It's what I didn't want to say, but okay. My comment, I don't know, I cannot keep a straight face anymore. I can't. Can we wrap it up?
Yeah, if you don't got a comment then.
Wrap it up. I can't read. I just happy birthday, Flo. Guys, thank you for watching. Bye.